Mio and her team made a last-ditch effort, fighting back against the forces of the Russians, and ultimately, who came out the victor? That's still yet to be decided. And some interesting strategies, but yeah, Katusha kind of let herself down a little, ignoring some of the tanks that have split off. Now it's just a matter of time before we find out if it's a victory or another devastating Angler dance. Oh, and I guess the loss of a school as well, but honestly, which is worse? Every time that I see this, well, each of their characters are kind of easily established right then and there in the first 8 seconds. And I believe there was a bit in the end of the last episode which gave some extra information of what this one is going to be. But if they do stay in the competition and continue to win a few more rounds, I don't think her, being Mio's mother, is going to be all too impressed that the one that she distanced herself from is making quite, well, heavy grounds. Especially in the kind of cheap leftover tanks. They don't actually have proper equipment. But everyone... Oh... Excuse me? Lesser wounds have immobilised some tanks. Well, they're still in motion. A suitable response, actually, after all of that bravado. Are we going to hear any more singing? Yep. They can rest easy until the next battle. You're still not completely sure that you could have won that one, even though you had the absolute upper hand. They're making friends with all of the different schools that they've beaten. Well, apart from the Italians, we didn't see that one. Lateral thinking would be one word for it. Rather than following a strict game plan. Heresy. Calling in the Order Exterminatus soon. I wouldn't bet too hard on that name, otherwise you'll be extradited soon as well. That's the wrong word. Yeah, up to 20, you're quite outgunned. What if you just have some cardboard and painted it? Just a few decoys. Well, just having a powerful barrel or whatnot isn't going to solve all of your issues. Timing. So, oh no. Ah, really kind of. Yep. Keep telling us his good points. Even though it's. Keep it stationary, and you've got a good gun, but other than that. You can keep singing your praises. I'm not sure everyone will agree. What, someone has just completely missed a tank parked in the parking lot? Hmm. They're making some plans. Now that they are making a name for themselves, they've attracted a few more people. Don't worry, I brought my own. I wonder how much I can sell my tank for. So everyone is kind of. Well, we've seen some tanks kind of drifting so far, but everyone's pulling their weight. I feel like they're kind of getting distracted. So. Wait, so they didn't know each other before? They only through the game? Interesting. Can't think of a better reason to want to join a tank club, though. I wonder if the Nishizumi crew have to do repairs and maintenance on their own tanks, so they've got people for it. Hopefully, it won't be too exciting for her. I was about to say the same things. And even though she has stopped using her family's flower arranging, doesn't mean she's given up everything. It would be a different kind of atmosphere, I guess. Is it the pod that was used that gave it away? Not hers though, is it? Were. So she followed her routine, but is now spread out to find herself in her way of doing things. kind of exactly the same as the main girl. Breaking away from tradition. I was going to say, where would you find a tank-shaped vase like that? But in a place that heavily kind of pushes for tank battles and whatnot as a national pastime. Public speaking. Immediately, all of their faces dropped. And also, just before a next big battle, they've got a few more untested crewmates. And the sister's going to be a little conflicted, but ultimately I think she's going to have to at least keep true to her training. She hasn't shown the same kind of thing as her sister. I can't think of the word. That's actually quite a simple way of making a tank-shaped food item. Why would you play that music in the background of the restaurant? That would put me off my food. That's a large pile of rice. That'd be quite a very well done. So she's been doing stuff in the in the background. Well, she was already doing a pretty good job, but now having a license to show it. Wouldn't that, can't you put the tanks first? You can focus on relationships later. Ah, there we go. Hadn't thought about it. There's a lot of... all of these bears have some sort of injury. And how are they... exactly what was meant there. And as a means of getting their volleyball club back, they've done quite well in the tanks, actually. Getting a glimpse of all of the different tank crews, their individual friend group. Not sure on that logo. Everyone's having some sort of cutlet. I'm not sure that's a great standing posture. Battle of the Bulge. They're watching World War movies. What better way to get yourself into the mood? They haven't really changed much from when they first joined, have they? Ah. I guess having just a row of tanks being pulled across on like a cargo train probably wouldn't be that odd of a sight in this place. I suppose she doesn't have to wear a helmet or anything in the amount of times that she falls asleep standing up. Still, they're quite well understaffed compared to their opponent. But is it going to be the same kind of outcome this time? I don't think extraordinary luck and somewhat good commanding, let's be honest. I'm not sure you needed to jump out the Jeep for that, but okay. I wonder if Nona's shoulders hurt at any point. Yep, the complete opposite of how it's meant to be done. Keep the other schools at an arm's length. Wow, that is really showing the difference there. Shouldn't you at least hold some sort of, not being such a bitch? Couldn't think of a better way of putting it. After they've reached this stage, from a no named school kind of thing. And every other team really has had that kind of cocksure attitude. Oh, an actual conclusion to that bit of story? Well, she had. She ran away from it, was pulled back in. You can't put off the match forever, even with the good feelings there. The good thing is that she knows the battle plans of the enemy. So she should be able to have any sort of countermeasures ready. It's not just the immediate crew, the tank itself is part of the team. Let's hope it doesn't break itself. And we're off. The formation has definitely grown from the first episode, and slightly less visually garish. If she hadn't, she wouldn't be where she is now. If she hadn't have stopped at all and rescued them, but her character, I don't think she'd be able to handle that kind of thing over her head. Well, she got her license. Yeah, she kind of let herself down. Ooh, okay, that was unexpected. I thought we were not having contact for a while. In the tree lines. Now, it is actually great how a lot of very recognisable music is being played throughout most of this. They have a very strong position right now, and if they don't land any hits, the untested tank and crew having problems. Congratulations. At least you managed to move it. And by sheer panicked luck, you protected the flag tank. They did more for the team just then than I think they could have done. I don't think it quite played into the really well commanded skill that was mentioned earlier. If they hadn't have accidentally hit reverse, it could have been all over just then. No school, no fun and engaging battle. Well, the good thing is that they're going to have to take a little while to reload, so the flag tank might be able to get away from that gun. Not sure about all the others. Best camouflage. And starting off this battle nice and strong. I wonder though, if the good turn of her stopping the battle and rescuing the stranded teammates, is that going to be repaid? The opposing team stopping their fight to help them out, per se. But who would have thought that tank driving in real life is slightly different than an online video game? I've been lied to all of these years. Some people here might be a bit tougher to persuade that the old ways can change and still be effective. The flower-arranging mother has actually, well, kind of accepted the new life. But I don't think the matriarch of the Nishizumi style is such an easy nut to crack. But along with the tank battles, just some of the interaction with some of the characters, that's what we're really here for. And let's be honest, do we really expect Yukari to react in any other way to someone declaring their love to her, especially her such favoured meal? This has been fun. If you've enjoyed it, let me know. Leave a like and a comment, subscribe to the channel. Please come back for more, because honestly, I don't think you want to miss out. If you want to declare your love to me but can't find the words, consider just joining onto my Patreon instead. Well, I don't believe we'll be in close proximity to each other within a tank, so I don't think I'll be able to reciprocate your advances. But I need to thank Sal, Raywin, Electrican, Darthia, Shiwan, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Stinsfire, Big Boy Match, Russell Poulsen, Girly, Denver 1997, ASD, Dark Shadow 7899, and everyone else. And if all it takes is some heavy ordnance and several tons of steel, it's worth it to bring us together.